Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today is a very exciting day because Mrs. Bricksie and I finally finished our project of sorted parts inventory. Well, maybe not finished because I don't think you can ever be finished that project. For example, we still have lots of parts to sort and you can always make improvements to the system. But over the last year, over the last decade, we've been working on our part system, and it has evolved so many times, and now it's at a peak. It is incredible. Look at all of these drawers. We recently made some improvements. I can't wait to showcase those improvements today in this video. Before I showcase those improvements, I have to finish making them. I'm actually in the works of creating a new container size right now. This application is so cool. You can make containers any size just by fiddling around with those numbers, and it's a free app on the Maker World website. Look at all the different container sizes that I've created. All the different sizes there, it's pretty neat. And I came up with 3 new ones recently. So I did some rough draft sketches and wrote down some numbers, and then Mrs. Bricksie made some tallies saying, hey, we need this many printed, get on it. I'm like, okay. So I designed them pretty quickly on the app here, downloaded the files, and started printing them like so. So I think this is the last container size that we need. So there we go, project started, and I guess we'll be able to check that out in 3 hours and 26 minutes. Beauty. Now, you know what? I actually lied. It's not 3 hours later, it's the next day. I took care of some other stuff like a live stream and shipping and all that, and while I was doing that, I made sure to run downstairs and reset the printer a couple times, so we got more of those bins printed, which is good. And then this morning I started another batch as well, so you can see the base layer for those containers being printed right now. The 3 new sizes of containers were printed for our Sterilite bins, of course, but not the big ones. The small ones over here. We like using the small ones for our connection elements, just because if we put the connection elements in a large one, the identification plates would have so many pieces packed on there and it would become difficult to find those. Also, the math of the width of these units from there all the way to over here just works out better when we have 3 small ones. I don't know what it is, but it's better. I know it's sort of odd that they're in the mix, but it works, and we prefer to have them here rather than on the end because we use these pieces more so than the ones on the end. So that's why the mini units are right here. But we printed 3 new container sizes for these, which is super satisfying. First off, we've got these ones, 2 per drawer. And these are the Sterilite bins that you can find on Amazon, Walmart, I'd imagine like Target maybe in the States there. But yeah, there you go. There's 2 per bin with our candlestick elements. Super satisfying. I love that. And then up here we've got some smaller connection elements, and this is 3 per drawer. So there we go, 3 per drawer, nice. And the ones that we're printing right now and printed yesterday are 4 per drawer. Look at that. Isn't that satisfying? Yeah. Now we actually modified our drawers so that you can fully remove them, so we can pull them right out. Classically, they would have these tabs on the back of them, but I actually just cut them off with a razor blade. And the reason I did that is so that we can print bigger containers within, so they sort of go wall to wall. And if I didn't cut the tabs off, you had to leave room to squeeze the thing to bring it out. So that's why we decided to cut the tabs off. Whereas these ones here, some of them don't have the tabs on, so you can't pull them out. But a lot of the parts in here are heavier, and sometimes we leave these drawers just hanging open like that. So we need those tabs for safety and security of our Lego parts. We don't want a nice sorted bin to go crash into the ground. One of the ones that we sorted recently was the green and blue tiles. This has recently been upgraded in a big way, and oh man, that is just so nice. Jumpers and modified plates with the 2 studs and all the different colors, 1x, 2x. Oh man, that one needed to be done in the worst way, and it just looks so good now. Thank you so much, Bambu Lab, for sponsoring this video. They sent me 2 printers a while back, and I wouldn't have been able to revolutionize our Lego part system without those printers. So we actually got two, and both of which are on sale right now, conveniently, during their 3rd anniversary sale. I've got the A1 and also the A1 Mini. So this is the A1. It retails for 369 Canadian dollars. It's crazy to me that 3D printing, or at least getting into 3D printing, costs the same as a mid-sized Lego set. Like, look at the A1 Mini. It's $220. Is that even a mid-sized Lego set in this day and age? I don't know. They sell for like 1,000 Canadian dollars now if you want to get the biggest, best Lego set. And you can get a 3D printer for $220 and start your 3D printing journey. It's pretty amazing. You can also get like the one with the AMS combo. So that's how you can do multicolored prints. But yeah, we got the A1 AMS combo, and we also have the A1 Mini combo. I honestly wasn't even aware of this though. Look at that. From June 24th to July 15th, it's their 3rd anniversary sale, up to 40% off printers. So I am an affiliate for Bambu Lab. If you have a 3D printer and are ordering supplies for it, or if you want to get into 3D printing, if you use my affiliate link, it's a great way to support the channel. I've put that down in the pinned comment and description below, and thank you so much. It's funny, I was on the Maker World website, and this is where you can download people's designs and print them for free. Look at that. There's the Simpsons couch there. It's pretty funny. Looks like the Lego set. But it's open source, so you can print any of this stuff for free as long as you have the right filament and a 3D printer, of course. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to search my username and see if I know how to spell myself. There we go. And see what comes up. See if I pop up. And I don't pop up, but guess what? A whole bunch of Lego does. Look at that. A skeleton, a minifig stand, a phone stand that looks like an oversized chair, sorting trays, desk organizers, a gigantic Christmas tree, minifigure. You've got Lego keys for the arrow keys on your keyboard, a giant Darth Vader, and just so much more. But the reason I was looking for my profile was to show you that I actually have all my designs uploaded on here so you can print them for free. There's the 3 that I just finished uploading right now for those mini Sterilite drawers, and here's all the other designs for the larger drawers as well. And it's so cool how many people have printed them. You can see these numbers right here, how many people have downloaded them, printed them, liked them, boosted them, commented on them, sharing, like, the satisfaction that they're having from printing all of these and putting them in their Sterilite drawers. So thank you so much if you've come here and liked my page and downloaded these and just shared your feedback on them. It's incredible to see. Thank you so much. But there's all the designs right there on the Bricksie profile on makerworld.com. Now these ones here, they're not quite 100% done yet. That's why we're continuing to print more. But for the most part, the ones that don't have the white custom 3D printed bins in them don't have a huge variety of pieces in there, so it's not the end of the world, so I think we can classify it as done. But a huge upgrade that these drawers got recently is the identification plates. So you'll notice that there's 2x6 plates mounted to the front left of the drawer, identifying which pieces are in the drawers. And we've been meaning to take care of that for the connection elements for so long, and it is officially done. So the way we do that is we use Velcro tape, and we just tape these 6x8 plates onto the larger drawers, or the 2x6 plates onto the smaller ones. And now all of our drawers, well, maybe not all of them, but the ones that need to be identified are all identified. Like we did all of these ones recently, and we took care of the connection elements because it used to stop here. So now like our corner plates are marked out, along with our bars, our Technic elements, fence pieces, printed elements, windows and doors, glass, minifigures. That's a nice drawer. It's sort of a mess in there. Should probably organize it or just place them all. The containers and all that. This is a really cool one. And then like minifig accessories and minifig parts. I should probably 3D print some for these, maybe better sort them. This is the old one. You can see the inefficiency of space compared to the 3D printed drawers. Like it's just so much better. But we're getting there still. I guess it's not quite done, but it's done to the extent that we need it to be done. But we can always improve it, you know. But yeah, look at all these. They're all identified now. It is just awesome. There are some on the very end here that aren't identified, but once again, you don't really need to identify odd-shaped plates. It's pretty obvious that that's the odd-shaped plate area and the support area, and also just like the miscellaneous drawers where pieces don't really have a home. So there's no sense in identifying this stuff because we know that's what's over here, and we rarely use these parts on the very end, and that's why they're on the very end. So I'm going to consider the project up top here complete, but that's not all we've done for our parts. Like, this is fully sorted now in the drawers with the 3D printed containers, and it's taken so much effort and time, but it's definitely worth it. But we also did something down below as well, where we have these cabinets. These cabinets are full of parts as well, and you can see each one has a number for the shelf and also just an identification sticker. So in here is curved slopes and arches, and look at that, boom, there's all the curved slopes and arches, and beside it is all the excess plates, etc. Panels, bricks, 2x-brick, plants and leaves, tree building elements, all the way along. And also the drawers are the exact same way. Tiles, cylinders, and 1x1 bricks, studs from all the stud art, snot bricks, Technic connectors, etc. So all of these cabinets underneath the drawer units are all sorted and organized by part type as well, and identified with the numbers. So take a look at our spreadsheet here. It has all of the parts identified by part type, size, color, location, primary use, and quantity is just done by large, small, medium, just like generic sizes like that, because putting the actual quantity in there just isn't doable for us, because updating the sheet would become overwhelming and just take so much time away from actual building. So we don't need it to be exact, but having the size of bag or container within the cabinets there identified on this spreadsheet is good enough for us. But look at that, it keeps going and going and going all the way down to line 338. But with all of that said, our journey is not over. We still have plenty of parts to sort. I don't think plenty is actually the right descriptive word to use. We still have so much sorting to do, but now we have this system that can consume all of these parts that need to be sorted. But when you're working on a Lego city like this, there's always things to sort. There's no way to get it all done. It would be nice to get it all done though, and then just sort of go from there. But when you're working on a Lego city like this, there's always changes that are made to the Lego city, so you always end up with things like this that need to be parted out, broken down, disassembled, and rebuilt into something new. That's the motto that we go by here in the studio: build, destroy, repeat. Now I'm not done with 3D printing. I'm going to continue printing more stuff for the studio here that's going to help us better organize the studio. And I'm also thinking of coming up with a new display for some vehicles because we're running out of space and I have more space on the walls. So I quickly searched car mount. You'd think there'd be like mounts for exteriors of vehicles or something, but the majority of the car mounts here on Maker World are for Technic cars, or for Lego Creator Expert Cars or Speed Champions or whatever it may be. So I'm thinking I'm going to build a new display by 3D printing some of these vehicle mounts, and we could start mounting vehicles above our parts. The problem is that's concrete, and I just can't stand drilling into concrete. Maybe command stripping some of those to the wall would work. But I'm thinking it would be really cool to mount cars right here on the side of the staircase, because that's wood. That would be easy to screw into. I'm thinking maybe like the larger Technic ones. I don't know if I want to do the smaller Speed Champion ones or the smaller Lego Creator Expert ones, but I think that would be pretty rad right there. But that's pretty much it, everybody. That is like the finale of our sorted parts inventory. It's officially done. I'm sure you'll see some sorting videos in the future where we try and take care of all of the unsorted stuff. But once that's done, I don't know if that'll ever be done, then it's officially done. And I could not be more excited about finally having our part system fully optimized after a decade. And honestly, we couldn't have done it without 3D printing, because these drawers and the way that they're sorted and optimized with these customized bins is revolutionary. It is just so much better than the old system, that's for sure. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you once again, Bambu Lab, for sponsoring this video. Remember, we got that pinned comment down below with my affiliate link. I hope you enjoyed our series on this huge process. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.